name is Jacob Mercy Island. I'm 14 and I'm in Year 9. My favourite sports would probably be anything a bit on the extreme side. If you did it properly, there wasn't really that much pain, but if you did stack, you had your friends there to laugh about it with, so get back up and try again, I guess. Through the football season, my legs started hurting and then I got this lump that kind of just formed. I left it for a little while just thinking that was just like swelling or something, and then it stayed there for a good month or so.
I took him to the doctor and asked for an X-ray. In that 20 minutes, an orthopaedic surgeon had come down and told Jacob he had cancer.
That was probably like the only time I cried because I saw Mum, how upset she was. So I had like a bit of a sob.
Jacob has a rare form of bone cancer called osteogenic sarcoma. For someone like Jacob, the treatments to include both surgery and chemotherapy.
They took out my tibia and then they replaced that with the titanium pole.
Chemo is horrible. It is not something you want to watch your child go through. You'd want to comfort him because he was upset, he was sick, he didn't want you to touch him. He would just want to sleep, he'd just want to be left alone, or he'd be throwing up, he'd be telling you he hates this, he doesn't want to do it.
I really didn't care about losing my hair. Probably the main thing was probably like losing my eyelashes and eyebrows and stuff like that, because that kind of just like makes you look like a person. I guess after the first couple of chemos, I kind of just thought, you know, like, this is what I'm going through. I have no other choice of it, so might as well just suck it up and get it over and done with.
In the beginning, school wasn't a worry for us. We were sitting there going, that's the last thing on our minds. Our priority is his health. But sitting down and trying to do some maths homework with him, you saw how quickly the education goes down. In 3 terms, I guess, if you think about it, is huge.
In extended periods of time away from school, there are a couple of different things that we're concerned about. There were certain key things that he may have fallen behind in. So what we've arranged is to provide work that we could send there to him.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do a bit of schoolwork because like sometimes you'll be sitting there for hours. So at least if someone comes in and teaches you something, time passes by a lot quicker.
Although we managed to cure most children with cancer, the therapies themselves can affect the child's ability to learn. One of the important points about school, it isn't just about education. It's about learning to live with one another, socialising and developing interpersonal skills.
So socially, we made an effort with his tutor teacher and his tutor group. They sent video messages down to him while he was away. And I know a lot of the kids, we encouraged them to keep in contact socially outside of school hours with him via social media, which they did.
It's good to see he's being missed, that they still care about him. He hasn't just sort of dropped off the radar. So you can sort of still picture that you're in that classroom and you will be coming back to there.
About 2 weeks ago, I went back to school for the first time in 3 terms, I think it was. I was a little bit nervous.
I don't believe he really wanted a lot of limelight put on him, so we've tried to keep it pretty low key. He has a couple of staff that he can talk to if there are issues.
It doesn't define him as a person, it's just an illness, it's a sidetrack to who he was. He's still the same kid that he was before cancer.
To help Jacob adjust back into regular classroom life, he started with a series of half days, and we also allow him to come into school at a later time. We also allow him to leave a little earlier at the end of the day. It's
really important for the school to be flexible, I guess, with their learning because their concentration time's shorter, they're not feeling the best all the time. So I guess modifying things to the student and their circumstances.
What we'll do now is we'll gauge how much learning we need to catch up. One of the ways that we're bridging the gap academically for Jacob is using the Learning Resource Centre here at the school, and then we use the Ronald McDonald Learning Program to provide him with work that will bring him back up to speed to catch up to his peers.
Today we met with our head oncologist. He gave us the most fantastic news.
It's all good. The cancer's 100% gone.
I was like, thank God. A solid break of 3 months at home, so it'll be amazing. And it's his birthday tomorrow, so it was like the best news ever. So.
Not being able to do the things that I used to love doing with my mates, yeah, it does suck. But I guess out of that, I can do like more things. Like I could be like the film man or something like that. You lose some opportunities, you gain some. I don't know what's really helped me get through it the most. Probably how supportive everyone is.
And also laughter. It sounds a bit corny, but laughter has been a great help.
Lessons that I've learnt. Main one would probably be patience and not to judge people. Just be happy.